This is Cougan Cassius for IFL TV. With me from Liverpool, I've got Derry Mathews. How are you, Derry?
Alright, Coug. Everything's good, mate.
Yeah, you had a presser today for the show on May the 10th at the Liverpool Olympia, where you'll be challenging Gethin for the British title. First of all, how did the presser go?
It was good. Good little turnout. A few good people there. Martin showed up. And, you know, the questions were flowing off the public and that. And it was good. It was good. Got a lot of respect for Martin. And I think he showed that he's got a lot of respect for me today. With no bad mouth and just two honest pros saying what we're going to do to each other and then shaking the hand and away we go.
Now, you've done this, been there before. What does it mean to you now to be challenging for the British title again?
I'm excited, to be honest. It's given me goosebumps. And Danny said to me the other day, Danny Vaughan, he said, you still got my mojo back in the gym and I'm wanting to work hard and I'm wanting to do things and I'm happy, I'm delighted that it's for the British title. And, you know, no disrespect to any of the other lads doing 8 and 10 rounders or 6 rounders. I just believe that I belong at British level, if not above it. So, you know, as I said today at the press conference, if I get beat to Martin Gethin, basically my career's over and I will not fight again because I don't want to be lower the British standard level.
Since you were in prize fighter, you put together quite a decent run. You know, beating the likes of Woodhouse and you know your fights with Crawler, etc., etc. You had a bit of a setback in December with your defeat to Stephen Ormond. So, how much of a setback was that?
It was a disappointing because I missed out on a world ranking and it was one, you know. I was terrible that night. A lot of things went wrong, including me diet, and obviously I broke my hand in the fight, in the early part of the fight as well. I've had the operation since, but you know, no excuses. He won fair and square. I'm not one of them fighters who go and make excuses, but you know, I've moved on from it. It was a setback, and I've had setbacks all my life, not just in boxing, in general life as well. It's about what you do after and how you move on, and I believe I've moved on well, and you know, from May the 10th, I think a lot of people see it different me, and I'm more vicious me in there as well, and I'm a more hungry person. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, you said about, you know, within the rankings, it was a WBO European belt you had, and, you know, I know people have always got a lot of things to say about these so-called titles and that, but, I mean, the actual idea behind them is more, you know, to push you up the rankings of that governing body. So now you've lost that title. Have you got plans to sort of, you know, touch wood, if things go right for you against Gethin, to get back on that track of putting yourself into a decent ranking position?
Yeah, that's the route I want to go. I want big fights, and the record I've got, and I might get the opportunity to get a big fight. You know, I only have to put 2 to 3 good wins. And then one of the champions out there might look at my record and go, well, what, this kid's been around a long time. I've had 48 fights in 3 fights time, so I've got an okay record. I've boxed for all the titles possible. So they might give me a shot. You never know. I might always be a voluntary defence for someone, and, you know, fingers crossed I do get that. If not, you know, it's getting myself into a mandatory position, or whether my promoter, Frank Warren, can negotiate with other champions out there to get me a shot. But I'm happy fighting for the British title, and I've also been after EMILIANO as well, who's the European champion. I've been begging Francis and Frank to sort that fight for me, and you know, with Danny Vaughan in my corner instead of Oliver Allison, I think there'll be a different me that night. I mean, I have no excuses against him either. He won fair and square. Oliver saying me the best we possibly can for it, but with Danny Vaughan in the corner, something ignites, and I'm a different fighter with him there. So, you know, they're the kind of fights I want. Maybe win the British title and go and win the European title.
I was at your fight, what was that, 2012 now, in I think it was January 2012 against MARSILI, and you know, it wasn't the greatest night for you, but you've admitted that since then. But since you lost to him, you've kind of been wanting to get back in the ring with him, haven't you? Since then, 2 years ago.
Yeah, there was a lot of things went wrong in the build up to the fight, and whether it was with sparring partners and stuff like that. And then after that fight, I moved back to Danny Vaughan. I left Oliver. I left on good terms with him. I've got a lot of respect for Oliver, who you know, he's a world-class coach, and you know, we're still good friends to this day. And then I moved to back to Danny. Danny accepted me back, and then you know, we've pushed on. We've been in good fights. I've always been in an exciting fight. I'm always in a crowd-pleasing fight. So you know, with Danny in my corner, I just think we can beat Marsili, and you know, the Italian kid who we beat for the European title is out in Marbella as well. So I'll find out more how good Marsili is if I can handle the Italian in sparring. I know I can handle Marsili then, you see.
The fight with Martin Gethin, like I said, 10th of May, Liverpool Olympia. Gethin's last fight was his final eliminator that he fought against Diaz. He hasn't fought since then. So how tough is this fight going to be for you?
You know, he's not a champion for nothing, and he proved he belongs at that level. And you know, he lost the world title eliminator last time to a very good fighter in Diaz, who, you know, he come and basically dismantled him. So I said today at the press conference, if I can go and do a better job than Diaz can do, it opens doors for me, it opens people's eyes, and you know, the opportunities will come. But if I just win and win very close, or I don't make a devastation performance, you know, people are going to say, well, it's Derry finished, it's Derry over the hill or whatever. So I've got to go out there and be superb and get the best possible win I can, and I believe I can do it. I believe I can stop him, and I can stop him better than Diaz done it.
The lightweight mix in this country, again, we always talk about it because of the wealth of talent that we have in this country for lightweights. Where do you fit into all that now? Where do you fit in with the, you know, these domestic fights and that? Are you still, are they fights rather you still want to have with the names in Britain?
Yeah, listen, there's great fights out there. You could, I'm surprised no one, like the likes of Frank Warren at the end, or whoever, Sky Sports, Box Nation, haven't come up with the thing to do like a round robin where we all mix against ourselves. Me, Mitchell, Collar, Murray, you've got Scotty Cardle coming up. Burns has lost his world title, so put him back on the domestic scene with us. You know, there's Terry Flanagan, who's a very good fighter as well. You know, there's them sort of fighters out there who, you know, we can be all in 50-50 fights and give a go for the British public and get people talking about us all over the world in our domestic scene. And that's what, you know, I've never shied away from a fight. I'll fight. I've boxed everyone possible at the weight. So, you know, I want to be able to say, well, I've done it the hard way. I've done it, been in the mix with them all. And I think all of us, you know, the division's wide open. Some of us are better. You can't say like he's better than him or he's better than him, because I can beat Collar, but then Collar goes and beats Gavin Rees. So then it's just a mad one. In fact, next week John Murray might beat Andy Collar, but then, for instance, Gavin Rees will beat John Murray. It's one of them divisions where they're all 50-50 fights, and it's whoever turns up on the night. So, you know, I'm lucky enough that in this era I'm in the lightweight division.
Absolutely. It's considered kind of a little bit of a, say, a shock move, a bit of a surprise move, should we say, when you sort of you went to Frank Warren and Queensbury last year to fight on Box Nation. How have you found it since you've moved?
Listen, everything what I've asked of Frank Warren and Andy Aylen and Francis, they've delivered for me. I'm commentating on Box Nation. I've got a good job off them there, and then 2 fights I've boxed for the European WBO European, which I got beat to. They could have washed their hands with me and just let me walk away and but they never. They stuck by me, and now they come with the British title fight, which to me, you know, I've got to pay them back by winning it. Everything they've said they're going to do on my contract, they've delivered. So I can't fault them with that, and everything's going great with them. I speak to them daily on the phone. They ask how I am in camp. Do I need anything doing for me? Everything I've needed doing, they've done. So I couldn't ask for no better than that.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about your camp wise for this. Where are you going to be?
We've based ourselves in Marbella gym.
Yep.
Out there with the lads, and you know, Daniel and the lads out there, Anton and them in the gym, they've looked after us brilliantly. Been treated like a star so far. I mean, you don't go to go short for nothing. Everything, therefore you're on a plate. Got a world class gym. a real world-class gym, the best gym I've ever been in. They put me in a nice apartment. The gym's free for me to use all day. So, you know, I couldn't ask for a better thing, basically. And then I've got my food getting cooked for me in the restaurants upstairs. And, you know, for a fighter, that's a fighter's dream. I wish it would have been available 10 years ago for me, but I've got to make the most of it now and pay them back by winning titles for them. And, you know, with me and Danny decided that we're going to change a few things in camp. We've gone from changing new strength and conditioning coach. We've got Jason Taps, who's based in Marbella and working with him 3 times a week. And we're just different stuff. He's giving me diet. I'm on a new nutrition stuff as well. And, you know, it's exciting and I'm enjoying it.
We're actually going to come out there very soon. Within the next 3-4 weeks, we're going to come to Marbella, me and James. Seamus has asked us to come out there, so hopefully we'll come out there when a lot of you are out there, you know, and do some bits and stuff. And then we can go, me and James can go out while you're at home, a lot of the night time.
I don't even know what the night time looks like. I'm just there training, doing my job, and you know, getting me early nights in bed, and then getting up early, going to the gym, and so I couldn't even tell you what the night like's like.
You wait, you'll be in bed, and like me and James will come home like proper pissed out of our heads, bringing back all women and stuff. That like you watch, it'll happen.
Nah, mate, I'm in training camp. I'm in sleep now. That doesn't bother me all that.
Oh no, I'm only joking. All right, well listen, Derry. Yeah, sorry I couldn't get up to the presser today, but I thought I'd get you on the phone because we wanted to know how it went and etc. But yeah, May the 10th, like I said, you're fighting for the British title on a bill with who else on the bill? Chris Eubank, Billy Joe Saunders, Stalker, all the up and coming Liverpool boys. So it'll be a decent show.
Yeah, it's one of the things. I think it's one of the best shows that, you know, without Liverpool fighters, what Frank Warren's most probably done in Liverpool. I think there's only a handful, 4 of us from Liverpool who were on the bill, and the rest are from around the country. So, you know, it's good for the people in Liverpool to see other talent coming through from around the country as well on it. So, you know, it's exciting times. Absolutely.
All right, well listen, Derry, thanks for talking to IFL TV. Best of luck with your training. Like I said, we'll try and get out there before then. We'll sort that out with Seamus, and we hope to see you out there at some point.
Nice one,
all right.
No, okay, nice one, Coop. Appreciate that, mate.
No problem. It's Cougan Cassius with Derry Mathews for IFL TV. Thank you very much.